The festive season is upon us, and this is about the time when many Namibians will be traveling either to the south or to the north to go and celebrate Christmas. And we also understand that, unfortunately, it's also about the time that many accidents get to happen. What has the police in place to make sure that we, this year, reduce the statistics of accidents on our road?
Thank you very much, the villagers. The issue is not what the police is prepared to do to prevent road accidents. The issue is how we as a nation are prepared to avoid road traffic accident, because it depends to the road users, because this is attitudinal problems. Accidents that have been taking place on our road network, most of them because of speeding, because of negligence. Sometimes people are tired and they continue to drive while they were supposed to have a rest. The issue is that you can't have police officers at every corner, at every place. It requires consciousness of our drivers, particularly the road users, the drivers of those motor vehicles, making sure that before they sit behind the steering wheel, they rest enough, they check their vehicles. When they start driving, they are more considerate to ensure that they respect the freedoms of other drivers on the roads, the rights of other drivers on the roads. However, we also need people to be very much considerate and vigilant when they are driving on our road network. Then when it comes to the police, we will always do what is possible within the limited resources that we are having at our disposal, by ensuring that we deploy members of the force in different parts of our road network. And we will really ensure that those who are making themselves guilty of violations of road traffic ordinances, they should be apprehended, and they spend the Christmas and the New Year behind bars. Because if we release them, they will continue to be risk on our roads. We are saying enough is enough now. As Namibian, we should learn. Every year we are making campaign, we are talking, and it seems our message are entering ears. And this we are saying, then what we are going to do, we will give an order. Anyone arrested violating the road traffic ordinances should spend, we can even say, will not give bail. We should the police will talk to the magistrate not to give bails. Of course, it is their right to apply for bail, but we are saying enough is enough. They will spend the Christmas and New Year's eating beans and other stuff, particularly porridge, which is frequent in our cells.
You indicated last year that people who are drunken drivers who are caught on the other side on the wrong side of the law will be spending, if you are caught on the wrong side of the law, driving and drinking at the same time or drunk at the same time, you're not going to be given bail if you are arrested over the weekend. But ever since you made that announcement last year, have you seen a decrease in the number of drinking and driving?
Yeah, most of the accidents on our road network, very minimal that we apprehended drivers under the influence of alcohol. It's mostly on speeding, really negligence, people who do not know how to control the vehicle once they become to an abrupt incident like kettles on the roads, tire bursts, and sometimes they are sleeping behind the steering wheels. But I don't have the figures here now. That is very minimal on the road network. Drunk and drivings are more in urban areas, particularly in the cities. Is where you find many culprits that are driving while they are under the influence of alcohol. As I said, bail is a right of every citizen who have been arrested, and normally bails are granted in a magistrate court. From the police side, we are just appealing with the judiciary that people who are, some of them, they are even habitual offenders. They don't deserve to be given bail because they are a risk on our roads. And I'm sure the message was so clear, loud and clear to everybody. And there might be reductions in those who are involved in drunk and driving.
The National Road Safety Council has been running campaigns to make sure that we reduce the fatalities on our roads in connection with the police, the Motor Vehicle Accident Fund as well. And do you think that indeed we are doing enough? Have we done enough really when it comes to reducing the number of accidents on our roads?
When it comes to campaigns against this type of scourges, we will never be satisfied that we have done enough, because we will only be satisfied when we see that there is a positive impact caused by our campaign. If we still have motor vehicle accident on our roads, we always ask ourselves what else we could do apart from what we have done. So I can say we are not yet satisfied. We have started a positive campaign. We have done what we could do in the circumstances, but when we assess the impact of our campaign, we think more needs to be done, not only by our stakeholders, as we have mentioned them, but also members of the public. They have a serious role to play because they are the ones who are involved in the accidents, and we are trying to convince them, to sensitize them that they should be more patient and very positive to the campaign. And we should say, as a driver, I should never and I should avoid to cause an accident where possible, probably a life, even injuries or damage to property can be caused by my negligence, my reckless and negligent driving.
We are almost at the end of the year, Inspector General. If we are to compare 2017 and 2018, can you say that 2018 has been quite a good year as far as the reduction of fatalities and crashes and accidents are concerned?
Yeah, we are only left with 2 months probably when it comes to calendar year. When it comes to financial year, we are left with more months probably. But I think it has been a bit quiet. But I'm not yet satisfied. Even if it has been quiet in comparison with other years, I'm not really happy based on the reports and the accidents that are taking place. Because the problem is that some of the accidents, it can be a single accident, but it takes many lives, particularly when it's an accident involving public transport or multiple or chain accidents. They take many lives, and therefore I'm not still happy, though we see that 2018 is a bit quiet, but I will only evaluate that after end January, when we see that we are over festive season, and then we check on the results, and then maybe we'll then say at least we are happy in comparison with the previous years.
Have you already come up with a slogan that the police are going to be running with as far as the reduction of road accidents are concerned in December?
We did not come up with up to down, but our slogan always is that drive it prudently on our public roads, save lives, save your own lives, and save lives of other road users. Be responsible and be prudent drivers.
Inspector General, it has been quite a blessing to be speaking with you today, and we really wish you well in the coming festive season.
Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best and drive safe on our public roads.